Well, hello, and welcome back, y'all. Today we are in Ciudad Enamorada, and we are going to renovate this home here, Calle de la Promesa. And it is very colorful, as is the whole world. You see a lot of colors around, so that's fine. But it is extremely colorful. Looks like we've got a rooftop kind of patio type thing going on. The bedrooms are different colors, except for this one is the most neutral one. I guess this one's kind of neutral too. Then you got the purple bedroom, the pink hallway, and a bathroom, of course. I feel like there's a lot of empty space right here, but I do like the size of the bedrooms, so I don't really want to mess with that at all. And then downstairs, we have a huge entry here that's very empty, and this whole empty spot over here in the living room. The house isn't bad, but I want to do a few updates and upgrade it, make it feel and look a little bit better. Storyline that I think I'm going to go with for this renovation is a new family moves in. I believe it's 2 adults and 2 babies, I think. I have to double check. But the story I'm going with is a new family moves in. They like the modern, sleek looking home, but they do have an HOA, which is a homeowners association. And with that, there are certain things they cannot do, being that there is an HOA. The neighborhood won't allow them to do it. So they are going to have to adhere to some of those HOA guidelines, but they are going to make this home their own the best way they can, following those guidelines. That said, I plan on making this as modern as I can, but keeping with the feel of the city, the town, with the bright colors and the beauty that is surrounding that. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if it's going to go well, if it's going to go bad. I have no clue whatsoever, but we'll find out. My thought is I want to put an office in somewhere. I think the downstairs bathroom is a little too big. Upstairs, again, I feel like I need to do something in this area here in the hallway. It's just so empty and I hate it. The yard is fine. I'll tweak some things there, and I don't mind having a rooftop patio. I think it's kind of cute, but I might make it a little bit more fun if possible. We'll see how I figure things out. Keeping in mind there's an HOA. I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see. So I've got a few ideas in mind. We're going to change a few colors around and things like that. Here in just a bit, I'm going to walk you through the entire build, completed with the new modern take for Ciudad Enamorada. Make sure you hit like, comment, and subscribe. Don't go anywhere. Just blink. Okie dokie. It's all done, and I love it. Oh, it was so much fun. It was so hard, though, because, again, trying to keep with the surrounding homes as well as trying to make it modern but not too modern. So as you see, we did change it up. So we've got the solid blue on most of the home, and then the bump outs over here and up top. I did build this up to hide the HVAC unit and everything. I did some stairs. I'll show you all that here in just a second. But here I built out some flower boxes, and I used the shortest half wall I could, use the same as the siding just so that it, matched, I guess. And I fixed the edging so that it's also white. Sorry about that. Here, this part of the house, I kind of made it like a secondary entry. So you've got like this little, I guess, not really a breezeway, but a breezeway style area. And then the front door is actually inside there. We kept the dress of the home because we had to, according to HOA, changed out the fencing around the home as well as extended the property line just a little bit because the way that it was just way too small. So I made it a little bit bigger. We've got a little gardening section here in the backyard. And then we also have like a fire alarm system. We've got the hose over here. We have a little place to hang out with the fire. I created a little pathway from the back door to this little section here. I really liked how it was originally with the tree and the flowers and a little place to sit. So all I did was just move it back into that corner a little further. Move the telescope over here. Added another little pathway to go out this gate. Added a patio out back, which I love. It looks so cute. These string lights here, I made smaller by 1 so it would fit inside the pole. It does stick out a little bit, but it's okay because it's white, so it works. It looks so cute. I love it. It's very, very, very simple, and that's okay because it's a modern family that doesn't like a lot of things. So I tried to kind of remember that as I kept going, which was really, really hard to do. We've got the 2 trash cans out here, trash and recycle, another tree. I will say this tree is annoying in gameplay. It's in your face the whole time, especially when you're in this room, which is the baby's room. So you might want to either remove it or replace it. But if I remove it, back of the house looks so boring and dull. There's just nothing there. So I like it with the tree. I will make it work. This is the back door. I left this little bump out here, or bump in, I guess, but I added a half wall instead and changed out the flowers. Here, under the tree, we have the little patio outside of the kids' room, so the parents can sit here on this little couch, read a book, whatever, while the twin babies play on their little play mats. I thought that was a cute little idea. I like it because I couldn't think of what to do with this patio. I'm like, oh, what do I do with that? It's off the baby's room. So I did this and I like it. I think it's cute. It lets the kids, the babies, be outside in the sun and everything and the fresh air without being in the direct sunlight because you've got the tree, shade, and all of that. So I hope that makes sense. Anywho, upstairs on the roof patio, I suppose, I have 2 bar tables with some purple chairs, lavender chairs, bar chairs, and a bar table. And then here is your games table for 4. Over here, we have the bar with a couple of chairs. And then over here, I put 2 dance floors so that they can dance and an outdoor speaker. I don't know if the outdoor speaker is affected by the weather or not. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say yes, but again, I'm not positive. So if it is affected by the weather outside, my apologies. It's not my intention. And I did decide to close this room off to the stairwell because the problem I was running into was it was all sunlight. And I'm thinking in reality wise, you're not going to want this open to the elements because of the rain and everything else. So I did close it off, added a door for this room over here, which has your electrical box, which is one that you would have to fix, and whatever these 2 pieces are here. And then for the flooring, I use this, I guess, stamped concrete here from Businesses and Hobbies, I believe, and then the gravel for this part up here. I love it. It took me a minute to try to find the right kind of flooring up here because I didn't want it to be just concrete, but I didn't want it to be wood. So I kind of thought, well, let's just try to stick with the original of like a concrete style. So that's what I did. And I'm glad I did because I love the way it looks. I think it's really, really pretty. And yeah, I'm kind of finding things that I forgot to do. So I'm doing them now. My apologies. Anywho, front of the house seemed a little naked, so I added the wisteria kind of creeping over. If you have, I think it's adventure or weights, you can have different color wisteria, but this does not have additional colors. And then I took out the gate that was, or the fence that was here, and put in a half wall for both of those flower beds and raised those flower boxes up so that they were peeking up just over the edge, which I think looks cute. Now, the only thing I hate, this side of the windows isn't too bad. This side of the windows, it's a little kind of haphazard. This one's okay. The window placement kind of got me a little bit, but it's okay. I kind of like the way it looks. You're not going to look at the outside very much in gameplay. So let's go inside. Here is the little porch area. You have a couch with some decor, a little table with, a candle, a book, and little coffee mug. And over on this side, we have the wall of plants, I suppose. Again, modern house. I had to keep that in mind. What looks modern? So I did the best I could. I think I like it. Oh, I do like it. The entryway is about as big as it was before, even adding that because of the way I did the layout, but that's all right. I don't mind it. It's fine. It's just a walkthrough. But we do have an alarm and a thermostat, a hanging plant. They can get into the office just fine, which is that door. That is the double arch to the living room. That door is for the bathroom. We have a nice little drop-off spot for your mail and keys and stuff. A plant, the stairs, of course. and another double arch going into the kitchen and dining. So let's go in there now. We wander over here, and I really like how I did this. It's kind of basically the same sort of colors on either side, except one side is darker, the other one side is lighter. So I tried to bring in a little bit of the yellowish that you have on the walls here into the dining room. And I tried to blend it with this cart here from the kitchen clutter kit to kind of make it blend a little better, I suppose. We have an island counter here, 2 island counters on that side. And then on this side, yes, that's glitching because the end pieces for the regular cabinets are not wide enough. So I put them on either end, and then in the middle I put a regular counter. I know it's glitchy and it's annoying, but hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. I did the same thing with this counter here. You can see that it's glitching a little bit. I have a regular counter, but I wanted that waterfall edge. So I grabbed an end piece and added it to that counter. That's why it's glitching like that, but that's okay. Hopefully it's not too noticeable in gameplay. We've got full cabinets on this side with, little coffee maker and some coffee mugs, the microwave. I also have a place to do the dishes. Got the corner shelves over there, and then the oven with just a little bit of knickknacks around. And then added the dishwasher because I wanted a dishwasher in there. I just forgot about it until just now. So my apologies. But we do have lighting, and I added extra lighting with the tiny saucer lights, and I just made them smaller, as small as they would go, just to have a little extra brightness in this room. Because these lights are great, and they are kind of bright enough, but if you have too big of a room, they don't brighten it up very much. I used the matching wall covers for the tile without the tile, so that they match, yay. And added a pillar to separate the tile from the wall and a weather strip down on the bottom. Not a weather strip, a transition strip. My apologies again. And then the table, modern style, with the buffet over here and some snacks on the buffet, plants, and a nice piece of art on the wall. I love these lights. These are cool lights. I like them for my dining rooms. I think it just adds, I don't know, a little touch of something or other. Through this door is the office. I started with the dark furniture and then realized it was going to be too dark, so I added a little bit of color with this bookcase here. Added some clutter and some pictures. Have additional clutter on this shelf as well. It's not fully filled up the way I wanted, but I was tired of trying to manually place everything. But I think it's enough. Again, they don't like a lot of clutter. There's a little bit of clutter on the desk. Again, not a lot. And then the curtains and whatnot. So this room is so pretty. This was the first room that I started with. If we go through this door here, this is the half bathroom. So you have your sink with a linen cabinet for your guests. Toilet. Need to fix that wall. That is annoying. I don't know why it does that, but it does, and it's annoying. So then we leave this bathroom and we go into the living room. The living room is very much uncluttered. Again, they don't like a lot of clutter. They're a very simple family. They're modern. They do have a treadmill with some cool artwork on the wall, floor lamp, a cozy kitchen sofas, got a nice large TV, which I did make that smaller by 1 because it was just a little too large. And then some gaming stuff there on the TV cabinet, basically, and a music station. The hell, a stereo over here in the corner with some artwork. Very simple, very, very simple. And then a plant there by the stairs. Now, if we go upstairs, did continue the wallpaper up into the hallway upstairs, but we've got a ping pong table, so they have something to do, and so that I could fill up the space. A little bit of artwork on that wall. Stairs that take you up to the rooftop patio. Got some plants, tiny saucer light over there, and the bedrooms. So we'll go into this room first, which is the parents' bedroom. So very, again, simple, nothing too in your face, nothing to overwhelm the senses, the vanity with, makeup and whatnot. They have their own private bathroom in here through this door. And they do have the double sink. It's the same bathroom style as it was downstairs. Nothing really different except, this one has a shower. So we'll walk out of here. This here is their walk-in closet. They turned this bedroom into basically a walk-in closet. My curtains didn't show up. Okay, they're there, but you just can't see them. They're the sheer curtains like that. These two cabinets are layered on top of each other, but it's fine. Little glitchy, no big deal. Same thing in the corner. I did it that way because I wanted to. That's basically all it is. I wanted to close off that corner, and that seemed to fit fine. And there's another door here, which this door actually takes you into the hallway. The thing is, when they moved into this house, this was bedroom, but they turned it into a closet. It's an easy fix for if you need to turn this back into a bedroom. That's why they decided to leave the door. They didn't want to take the door away. Little plant there. And then through this door here is the bathroom, upstairs bathroom with a bath, a potty, and all the other amenities, as well as a shelf with some baby care items on it. Very simple. Then we go into the baby's room. Twin boys. Look how pretty this is. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so like cutesy. It's so not what I did for my son. I did like old sports. It was really cute. And he loved it for a very long time. But anyway, we've got the nursery kit pieces all throughout here. Love the wallpaper. It matched perfectly in this room. Got their mobiles, whatever you want to call it. And then the solar system light there with the changing pad or changing table there. And that's it. That's it. And this is the door that takes you out to that little tiny balcony, I suppose. So when they get older, they might want their own rooms. So one will have this room with the balcony and the other one will have the other bedroom that is actually a walk-in closet at the moment. Then we go up to the third floor, which is the patio area. This door takes you into this room, which is unfinished, which is fine. Go through this door, and that is where you have your party patio, I suppose. It looks very naked on this side, but those are dance floors. So yeah, there you go. All right, let me show you a top-down view. Okay, so there's the top. You can see that. This is the second floor. So like I said, this room here, essentially you can take all of these cabinets out and turn it into like a teen's room or whatever you want to do with it if you don't want it this way. I like it as a walk-in closet. I probably wouldn't change it just because I wouldn't want to. Lazy that way, I guess. I don't know. But that's the parents' bedroom, their ensuite, their walk-in closet, the landing, bathroom, and the twin baby's room. And then downstairs, I did use these lights a lot. I love those lights. Kitchen, dining, entryway, half bath, living room, and office. So that's the whole build. I don't think there's anything I forgot to tell you about. Oh, I did forget to add a smoke alarm. Hold on. I don't like my smoke alarms to be seen. I would put it there, but I don't want to. So I'm going to put it behind the cabinet. I've heard and have been told that it will still work that way, that it is still technically in the room. And we're going to go with those and put those there because I meant to put those up too, and I forgot. So there we go. Okay. So that is it, y'all. I hope that you like it. I love it. I think it's really neat. It's different. I'm not very, very good with modern. I'm better with rustic and vintage, mostly because I like rustic and vintage more than modern. I'm not a modern kind of person, but doesn't mean you can't build that way. I'm not a girly girl, but I can still make a really cute girly girl bedroom. So anyway, you let me know down below what you like best. And if you got any inspiration, let me know what it was and how you plan on using it. If you want to download it, you can find it under Calle de la Promesa Reno, which is the title. My personal hashtags, lilmomma and Momma-One. I hope that y'all enjoyed this one. Make sure you hit like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, y'all, have fun.